Yeah, so we are recording our English speaking session. So, hello everybody, welcome to this English speaking session. We are here just to practice a little bit more, just to develop our English speaking skills. And to do that, in order to do that, we invited some special guests today. We have Von Ta from Cambodia. Hello, Von. How have you been? Ta?
Hello, Alex, and hello, everyone. I have been good, but a little bit busy today.
Oh, that's okay. That is normal. We are living a technological boom and we have so many things to do since then because we can do a lot of things by the internet. So we do not need it exactly to be at the company to do your job. So uh, that is why we have been so busy since the last years. And we have another special guest from São Paulo as well. Hello, Rafael. How have you been, man?
I'm fine. Hello, everyone. Today, I practice English with my friends in this section. Uh, a good, nice day for all.
Nice, man. It's a pleasure to have you here again with us. And of course, we will manage to bring again Gustavo to our English speaking session. Hello, Gustavo. How have you been, my friend? It's a pleasure to have you here again.
Hello, everyone. This is a pleasure to be here as well. Thanks for inviting me. And was I had a really hard time for getting this time for practicing with you guys because all these days I was quite busy at work, at home, doing a lot of things. But I'm really happy to be here and having this time to practice with you guys.
Oh man, that pleasure is all ours. So we are here today, guys. Today is Saturday morning at Brazil. So for you don't know, maybe who don't know yet, we have Ta is from Cambodia, and Rafael and Gustavo is from Brazil, and so do I. So I would like to start this English speaking session. Just starting say by saying that unfortunately we're gonna have at least the maximum 20 minutes today to practice speaking skills because as I told you guys, I am not at home. I am at my currently job right now. I came here to the Gustavo will know because Gustavo and I work at the same company. So Gustavo know that I'm the AGB. I don't know if in English I can call it hub. I believe it's the same pronunciation in English, but I must came to this hub here because we are finishing our the busy week that we are providing to our company, which was all week related to prevent accidents and diseases and work and make a work environment better when it comes to say safety jobs. So, and I came here because I was invited for a site leader who was in charge here at this place to follow the discussions that we have here and a lot of things is happening right now. I just joined it there. I made an introduction by from myself from them, but right now I told them, man, I have an English speaking session. I need at least 20 minutes to practice with my friends, so I will come back. I go. How can I say? I'll be back as soon as possible. And I came here to join with us, to join with you here, and I believe it to be very enjoyable time. And I call this investment time, and not just wasting time. We are investing time at ourselves. Guys, I was thinking about some talks for today, but as I told you, as I believe as the majority of people here, we have been busy, and that's is unfortunately a sad information because when when we got so many things to do, maybe we will not spare time to do things that we love sometimes. But I would like to discuss with you guys these topics here. So I brought the topics about restaurants, friends, work, and so on. So first of all, I'm gonna ask you some questions about that. But before we get started deeply on this English decision, I'd like to ask for everyone who are watching us here by the YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel, give you a thumbs up for this, and if you know how to communicate yourself in English, you'd like to be part of this English session the next time, just send a message and we're gonna be glad to make a to make a job, sorry, to make an interview with you just to see how good is your English and if you can fit with our group. So that's it. After said that, I'd like to start by Gustavo. It's your turn. Let's talk about a little bit about restaurants. Okay, so do you enjoy dining out at restaurants? So let me hear a little bit about that. I remember some days ago you told me something about this, but let's jump into this topic now. So do you enjoy dining out at the restaurants?
So, hello everyone. Yes, I do enjoy eating out. I mean, taking my wife and my kids with me. We don't do it very often. We do it like once or twice a month uh, because I have three children, so we get very expensive to eat out every weekend. So we do it once or twice a month. It would depends on the day. I mean, if it is a special date like a birthday, or for me and my wife our anniversary of marriage. So we do it in special occasions, but not very often. And we don't order a lot of food. We usually we buy things even when we want to eat some special food or something that's more sophisticated. We prefer to buy it at the markets and prepare ourselves. But we do enjoy eating in restaurants, especially because you don't need to wash the dishes after. That's one of the best advantages of this. But that's it.
It's indeed, man. That is the best of parts. And as you just said, no. Hello, Alice. Welcome to this English speaking session. How have you been?
Oh, hello everyone. Nice to see you today, and I'm doing great. And you?
I'm pretty
I'm
well.
doing well.
Yeah,
Happy
Good.
to have you here.
we are so glad to have you here again. And I just would like to to introduce what is happening here right now. We're talking about some topics, and this topic is going to be about restaurants, friends, and work. And I was asking from Gustavo to answer me a little some questions here. So, people, for you who don't know yet, Alice just joined us here at this English speaking session, and she is from China, and Alice is one of our English speaking partners here. And without further ado, now I'd like to move on to the next question. But the next question is going to be compliance. So let me see. I would like to put together the first and the second question. So Ta, it's your turn. First question is the same as I asked it to Gustavo. Do you enjoy dining out at restaurants? And if so, you can say, what are some factors that you consider when choosing at a restaurant to dine out or to dine at?
Thanks, you, Alex, for your question. For me, I am not like go to eat at restaurant to a lot because I eat at home. I cook by myself, but sometimes we have to go, but with friends, things like that. So it's I do not enjoy with it in restaurant because it's expensive. Sometimes I don't have money to eat in restaurant. And the second question, what are some factors that you consider to choosing restaurant to dine at? For me, the first one is how can I say that? It's the food. It depending on the food, it's delicious or not in that restaurant. So the first one thing that I consider, and the second is the price. The price also. It's really expensive. If I don't have too much money, I cannot go to eat there. So, and the third one is for how they how they welcome their guests, like their waiter waitress with us like this, and environment as well. So this is in my opinions like that. That's all.
Yeah, very interesting. It's very important to note. It's very important to be welcome, very welcome when you are choosing at the restaurant. So the first person, maybe who will recept you, how can I say? Yes, the first person that will recept you or will welcome you it's gonna be the waiter or the waitress, as you just said, and they must be very polite because if they do not do it, maybe you'll never come again to that place, and that's very important. So, Rafael, it's your turn. Do you enjoy? Now it's a first question to you. Do you enjoy dining out at restaurants?
No, no. Often I eat in Rome. I don't have enjoy dining out at restaurants because I'm very nerd, very nerd, and that's it. I don't go to restaurants because I get delivery I delivery restaurants in my home.
Okay, that is another option. Today, as we just said, we live in a technological booth, so we do not need it to go out to dinner. But some people may like it, or maybe would rather prefer to go to the dining out than stay at home. But there are a lot of people who I know that whether dining out, they prefer to stay at home and eat food by delivery services. So that's very interesting. And Alice, it's your turn. Could you answer to me to the first two questions? So first of all is, do you enjoy dining out at restaurants? And the second one, if you do, what are some factors that you consider when choosing a restaurant to dine at?
Okay. The first question, I really enjoy that dining out at restaurants. If this restaurant is not so expensive and if the food in this restaurant is very special and delicious, I will enjoy this. But there are some restaurants that have the food that is not quite delicious, and I can cook the food as delicious as the food in that restaurant. If in this situation, I will not enjoy that dining out at the restaurant. Because if I dine out at the restaurant, I can only save some time. So at this time, I will choose to cook this kind of food at home and dine at home. But some restaurants really have some special food that I can't cook by myself, and it is quite delicious. So I want to pay for some money to eat at those restaurants to enjoy the delicious food. Because the delicious food can really bring me some happiness. And for example, barbecue is I usually dine out at restaurants to eat some barbecue because I can't cook barbecue at my home. I don't have those equipment for barbecue, so I need to eat at the restaurant. Although it is a little expensive than dining at home. But sometimes we need to just spend some more money to enjoy our life, to be happy in some special days such as holidays and weekends. So at this time, I will choose to dine out at a restaurant to have some special food such as barbecue.
Nice.
Okay.
Just a second. I'm so sorry. Just a second. Let me ask you a favor here, guys. Alice and Gustavo and that. Can you go on here because I needed to do some things here. They are asking me my presence downstairs. Then I need to go there to see what is happening there. But I'd like to ask you guys, can you follow? Can you keep going with this class? I'm gonna be back at least in 10 minutes, okay? I'd like to ask you to stay here and just keep a conversation going on, okay?
Sure, we can do this.
Nice. Thank you so much. I will be back as soon as possible. Just a second. go ahead and stay friends. We have 3 topics yet. So restaurants, friends, and work. So going on because we are recording this English meeting. So I do not like to lose this time. So let's go ahead.
All right then.
Okay, I think I have finished these 2 questions, but I think maybe we too can answer the question 3 and question 4 in turns. What do you
Yes,
think of this?
Yeah, that's great. Do you want to go ahead with this third question? Like, can you describe a memorable dining experience you have had at the restaurant? Would like to.
Yeah, I can answer the question 3 and the question 4, and after I finish this, maybe Gustavo can answer the question. Okay, for the question 3, can you describe a memorable dining experience you had at a restaurant? Yeah, I have a lot of memorable dining experience in at a lot of restaurants. I remember several days ago, maybe last weekend, I went to a restaurant to eat frog. I don't know if you have ever ate frog, but in my country, we sometimes eat frogs. But it is a special dishes in my country, and we hardly ever eat this. So. And we don't know how to cook frogs at home, so we choose to eat this at a restaurant. And last weekend, I got some coupon on the online website, and this is coupon is for that frog restaurant. So I can enjoy a discount in that frog restaurant. So I went there with my husband, and it was so delicious. And I don't know how they cook that, but I think it's good. And besides, the decoration and the furniture in the restaurant is also good. It is a small restaurant in a shopping mall, but I like the atmosphere. And the last question is that in my point of view, I like the restaurant which has special food. Maybe some other people cares about the service. I also think service is important, but that's not quite important. And I think if the service is okay, it's just okay. I think it's okay. I don't need outstanding service, but I care much about the flavor, especially some special flavor. For example, I like to go to some Japanese restaurant to enjoy the Japanese food, and some Korean restaurant, because in usually at home I can only cook some Chinese food, and I really enjoy some foreign food. So for me, the flavor is the most important for a restaurant. Okay, I have finished this question, and maybe Gustavo can answer these questions.
Sure, I can keep going. So, if I can describe a memorable dining experience, it was at my wedding anniversary together with my wife. And as you can tell, it's a very special date, so you don't care much about money. You just want to make it nice. So, and it's special. And I wanted to make it special for my wife. So, we went to a Portuguese restaurant, and they were dressed as Portuguese colonizers, with the costumes and singing and dancing like they used to do in the old days. I mean, the Portuguese colonizers, and that was a lot of fun. And the food was also very, how to say, tasty. That was we ordered a fish and a wine, which is not usually something that we eat, because those dishes is it is very expensive here in Brazil, but I wanted to make it special. So, and was not only about how much money we spend on that, but the date was special. The place was special, was memorable because I was together with my wife and we were celebrating a great day for us, a very special day for us. That's why it is memorable. I don't think it's that because of the restaurant, but because the date and the company that I was with. But in my opinion, what made a restaurant stand out, I think it is the how to say that. I mean, the place itself, what the place has to offer to you. I mean, in terms of comfort, and for me, that I have 3 kids, so if it has a place for the kids to play while we eat, then that would be amazing. Because my kids, they are so messy that if you don't have a place for them to stay while we are eating, we cannot eat. How to say, in peace, because we need to go around, take one of them to the bathroom for, to do the stops there, and they want to run around the tables, they want to play, they start to jump around and scream out, and how to say, to tease each one. And so for me, a restaurant to stand out, there must to be a place for my kids to play while I can sit and eat together with my wife. That's it. What about you, Vonta? Would you like to share your experience with this memorable dining experience?
Yes, I would like to share some of my experience. The second one, the first and second, I already answered, and let's back to 3 questions. The memorable that I had when I eat at restaurant is the first time that I enjoy eating Korean food. I eat Korean food with my friend. So it's the first time I remember the flavor and how Korean people they cook the food, and it's delicious. I'm happy, and you know I still remember it, and I think that it's the first time I really enjoyed the Korean food. So in as I said, I am not going to eat at restaurant too much. So I eat at home, but sometimes I go out with my friends. So we try to eat a new food that we have ever eat before, like Korean food, Chinese food, or kinds like that. Because for Khmer food, we cook at home and we eat. But when we go out, we try new food like any other country. So number 4, in my opinion, what make a restaurant stand out? As I said, at the first is I will choose the flavor, because it's very important for restaurant to stand out. And the second is for service. The service is also the most important thing, because when you went to restaurant, you think that, oh, that's nicely, they very welcome us, and be happy to eat at restaurant. So the service also. And the third one is price also. It's a price, but is the food very expensive, we cannot go and eat. And also like the place that the restaurant stand by, and maybe yes, many people know it, and it's easy to go. When we want to go to restaurant, it's very easy. There have a lot of space, have car park, maybe like that. And the last is about atmosphere or environment in the restaurant, how they decoration their restaurant. So that's it in my opinion.
Oh, that's great. For me, it is the same as well. If the price is too expensive, you cannot go. and also the service. If they don't treat me well, I won't come back. So I think it's also a standout point.
I said like that because I work in a restaurant almost a year, so I know it. They focus on the services, how like the flavor of the food. Our service is very fast. When the guests come in, we very welcome to them, and they're very happy like this, and they will come back again and again. So this is about restaurant.
Nice, guys. So just to warn you, I back, and thank you so much for doing that to us. And tell me, what part we are? What part we are here at our English speaking praxis? Where do you stop it?
I think you were just about to start about the friends
Restaurant, let's
topic.
go to
Nice, nice. So let's go on. Let's move on to the next topic. So friends, I'd like to ask you, Gustavo, do you prefer to have a lot of friends or a small group of friends? And that's a very interesting question, I should say.
Well, you know, I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm not sure if I'm a friendly person. How to say? Well, I don't have a lot of friends, and I'm a very introspective person or closet person. I don't talk too much. I'm not easy to make new friends, and usually I don't. It is sad to say, but I don't keep many friendships with people. As I used to say, I have friends that I can count the things of one hand, and I think we will still last a few fingers. But I have two, three, or
Yeah,
four
but
people that I can
honest is the
count
best
on.
way. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the best friends that you have because always is like this. It be like this, right? All right. So, for instance, you have let's suppose that you have just 5 friends that you truly that you can how can I say relay on, you know. And I believe that it's the best. It's much better than have a lot of friends on Facebook and social medias. For instance, I have 1,350 person in my Facebook connections. But honestly, friends, I should say that three, two, three, in the maximum 4 friends. We are the same boat in that.
Yeah, I used to say that I have a lot of acquaintances, people that I know and that I was introduced to, but not friends. There are only 3 or 4 people that I can rely on. And I don't have social media, so maybe that's why I don't have that much of friends. And honestly, I don't like to share much of my daily basis, or I don't like to post photos of my kids or of my wife or what I'm doing at the moment. I don't know. We live in a controversial country. It can be dangerous as well if people know what you're doing, where you are. And I'm also, about the technology. I have some, I would say, fears. You can say some conspiracy theory, but I don't trust in the internet to put all my data there, all my information, or what I'm doing, or where I live, or what I do for living, where I work. I don't trust the internet to put all these data. I'm very concerned about this. So maybe that's because of this concern. I would rather have few friends and share experience and share time with them, and have a really good time with them. Not a lot of not a lot of friends, but not focusing quantity but in quality. That's what I think.
Oh man, that was awesome and so deeply to say, to be honest, because it can show you a little bit of wisdom. Because today is, I agree 100% what you just said. It's not so, we cannot trust anyone today. It's quite difficult, almost anyone, because the internet is an open book, and we must be aware of that before we join it. So I agree with you. But unfortunately, I am a social media guy. I should say, it's just a social media guy because I have a Facebook, LinkedIn, I do not have Instagram because I believe that Instagram is more. I haven't seen so many promiscuous things and Instagram, and in my opinion, Instagram should be a bad app for married people. I don't know, maybe that's what I think. Yeah, we have a lot of problem with Instagram in this way. But now I'd like to know about you, Alice. Alice seems to be very, very concentrated in other things. Let me see. Alice, tell me a little bit about what is your point of view when we talk about friends. I'm really interested to know. The first question is, do you prefer to have a lot of friends or a small group of friends? Let me know. What do you think?
Okay, it is also an interesting question for me. When I was in the university, at that time, all my classmates were at school, and at that time everyone was very how can I say that at that time it was easy to make friends, and because we don't have to we didn't have to compete with each other, and we didn't have much living pressure, and we were just students, and we only needed to study. So at that time, it was very easy to make friends, and a lot of people invited me to be their friends, to be in the university. Of friends, the friendship between girls means we will go to the library to study together, and we will go to the canteen to eat together, and maybe we will spend our weekends together. Because in China, we live in the dormitories in school. But I don't know why at that time I just want to spend the majority of time by myself. Sometimes I spend time with those girls, but a lot of time I just stayed in the library by myself. And maybe that's because in the dormitory I have a lot of roommates, and I could chat with them at night, so I never felt lonely. So I think that at that time I didn't cherish friendship. But now everything is different. When I start to work, I think it is really hard to make friends. Now my colleagues will not share everything with you. I don't know, maybe because we compete with each other, we have living pressure, and we are working for money. So they will not share everything with you. And so it is very hard to make friends with your colleagues. And now I find that I am longing for friendship. And so I really think that I regret that in the university I didn't cherish friendship, because now it's very hard to find friends. So for this question, I think now now the answer for me is that I enjoy both. A lot of friends or a small group of friends are both good, because now it's hard to make new friends. So I think if I can have more friends, I don't care if I could have a lot of normal friends or a small group of deep friends. I don't care. But when I was in the university, I thought that a small group of close friends is good. It is when it is just like when I wanted someone to help me, I could just find my friends to help me. But in the majority of time, I just stay with myself and learn by myself. I just don't want to spend all the time in the party or in something like this. I think it is a waste of time. But now, I think all the friends are good. But unfortunately, it is hard to make friends.
Yes, indeed, indeed. I should say almost the same case in my opinion. But don't be worried about that because I consider you guys my friends. Even though just to study English, but you are considered in my way or my point of view, I consider you guys my friends. Of course, we have friends for a major. How can I say? We have friends for each part of our lives. For instance, now we are studying English, so I consider you guys my friends to practice English, to talking about everything in English. So I'm feel good with that. I'm feel open when I say everything here with you. I do not feel some afraid. I do not get afraid when I'm here with you. So that is a good sign. That's a good sign. You know, we are friends. And I'd like to know about Utah. Tell me a little bit about your point of view. Do you prefer to have a lot of friends or a small group of friends?
Yes, Alex. After I listened, Alice, she talked about her story when she studied at university, and I feel like I am in the same boat like her because at university we have to make a lot of friends. We have to we know senior, and they can help us. They can help me. Maybe I have problem with when I'm studying, and they will help me. So now I prefer to have a lot of friends. But actually, I have a lot of friends through Facebook, my friend. But as you said, I cannot rely on them. So it's just a friend, not very close friend. But now I prefer to have a lot of friends. But actually, in my opinion, I already think that in the future is I have a small group of friends. They understand about me, and I can share everything to them, and we will share to each other and just hang out and have fun. Not a lot of friends. This is what I want, and that's it.
Well, that was how curious the life could be sometimes, isn't it? Because when we see each one of our histories or a little part of our histories, we sometimes see some similar topics, similar things. So we are here together to study English, and that is another similar that we have in common. So that is another quality that we have in common. We have the right wish or to have the will to learn English. We have the will to develop our speaking skills. Or even though for someone who is already fluent in English, people do not have how can I say, they don't wanna lose their English abilities, their English skills. So that's why, for instance, Gustavo is a good speaker, good English speaker. So Gustavo came here just to improve their English or just to at least keep his English skills open in his mind. Because if you do not do it, if you do not take steps to achieve your goals, maybe you're gonna lose. Maybe you're gonna lose your English ability. Maybe you're gonna lose your friends. Maybe you're gonna lose your things that it'll be important for you. So, and that is exactly what I'm telling. What I'm trying to say here is we have a lot of things in common here. And in each English session, I have been noticing more and more similar things between us. But I believe that the most important, the main thing that have been connecting us is our English love. So we are English lovers. So we like to learn. We like to talk about every topic in English, even some talks that we have no vocabulary to do it, but we try it. We make mistakes here. To outside, we do better. So in front of our bosses, in front of our colleagues, we make a good grade with them. But we came here to practice, improve, and to develop not just our English skills, but to build this friendship that we are making. That in continental, how can I say, continental or uncontinental friendship. I hope I said right here. But guys, unfortunately, I should say right now that my time is up to the end to practice English with you. I must to go home now. I'm gonna finish here the English speaking session. I'm gonna pick up my motorcycle and I'm gonna ride at least 30 minutes to get home and enjoy my family because I just came here to watch some things. Gustavo well know about what I'm talking about here because we are on the week, which is called which is a week related to safety, related to workplace, a better workplace when it comes to say the safety subjective and the health subjective. So we are provide so many trainings and so many speeches about this topic. And I came here to another company here, so I should say another site, just to enjoy a time with them, enjoy some events that we are having here. But I put some time, I spare some time to practice with you here. I spare some time. So I said to the people who I was talking here, I said, oh man, I need to go upstairs because I was with my friends. We have people from all over the world at the same meeting now, and I cannot lose, I cannot last, how can I say, I cannot lose this opportunity to practice my speaking skills. This is secret to me, sacred to me, sorry. This is like a secret to me. So if I have the will to achieve the fluency in English, I must to put like a goal, to put it like a goal in my life. So that's what I have been doing here. And I should say that thank you so much for all of you to make part of this new world that I'm creating to myself. And of course, maybe in some way or another, you are improving as well the ability to express in English. And I hope you can feel the same as when I just said that you are my friends. Of course, we don't know so many personal things about each other, and that's not needed. That's not needed. We just came here. We are friends when it comes to say, and the subject is English improvement and development. And we are building a beautiful story, a beautiful history here with this group. So I hope you can join. I hope you can join, and I hope you can be here so many times as possible in the future. Okay. And now I'd like to hear about each one of you. How was this experience to practice speaking a little bit just for 40 minutes with me? So Gustavo, tell me a little bit about your point of view.
So Alexander, it was great for being back again. I learned a lot from you guys, all of you there, Ivan, and you, Alex. It's great this opportunity to talk about topics that are not usually in my daily basis. I usually talk about work only because I have to discuss with the colleagues from Asia, and I only talk about work this topics. I don't talk about other things. So it's great for improving my vocabulary. And as you said, it's also good to practice because there's an English expression that says, if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's important for me to participate on that. Thank you for this opportunity. And it's great for see you guys again.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And how about you, Alice? Would you like to say, how do you feel right now about your English skills compared to when we just started here? Did you feel some improvement?
Yeah, and I have the same feeling with Gustavo. I think the topics Alex bring into this English speaking session is hardly ever talked in our daily life. We hardly ever use in English to talk about restaurants and food, because I think we only need to talk about these topics in some with some family members or with some close friends, and at this time we usually speak our native language. So thank you very much to bring this topics, and I can really improve my vocabularies, and I find that I have been improving my vocabulary skills by answering those new questions, because I know a lot of vocabularies, but I don't have the opportunity to use this. And if I can use this in the new topics, I will be more familiar to these vocabularies. Okay.
Nice. It's always good to have you here, have your you obviously came here just at the beginning of our English speaking club, and it's always a pleasure to have you here. Obviously, you are not just you, of course, all of you guys are great tools to build this English YouTube channel. We are using our English skills to make this English YouTube channel greater and great. And I hope that we can bring more and more people here to join us and to develop the English skills. So thank you so much to have you here, to be here with me. And it's always a pleasure, honestly, you know that. And Ta, it's your turn. Tell me a little bit about how do you feel right now compared to when you just started this English session. So did you feel some improvement about your English today?
Yes, Alex, actually. I feel very good when I'm back and when I'm practice English here, and it's very a great time to have people all around the world to practice with me and to have friends here. And I can, as you can see, I think at the first time I was nervous. I cannot speak English very well. Maybe I cannot give my opinion, but now I try my best to like to give my opinion, to give my point of view, to answer all the questions. Even though I sometimes I don't understand the vocabulary, but I try. I try to speak it out, and you guys just understand me what I want to say. And not only English speaking practice, but also all the experience that you guys have, and you always share your experience, and I can learn about it. As Alice said, she at the first at she when she studied at university, she had a lot of friends, prefer have a lot of friends. But when she work, they are hard to make friends like this. And I realized that oh, it's new for me because now I am a student, and maybe in the future it's hard for me to make friends too. So this is what I learned from you guys, and my English also improving. And yes, I'm very happy to be here. It's honestly.
Oh, thank you. We are happy as well. We are so happy to have you here with us. You are an excellent English partner. I should say that. So, guys, before we finish this English meeting, I hope that you get some new vocabularies here. I hope that you learn some new topics. But now I'd like to finish this decision. But I'd like to say for everyone who are watching us here from the YouTube, guys, thank you so much for your presence. Thanks so much for being here with us as many times as possible. And don't forget to subscribe at this English YouTube channel. And if you have someone or some friends that are trying to find someone to practice their speaking skills or to try to develop their English skills, just share this English YouTube channel with them, because we're gonna be so happy to have new friends that have the right will to learn and develop their English speaking skills. All that you need is the right will and, of course, the basic vocabulary to join us here. And the rest of things will come in with time. Okay, so I hope that you like it, and I'm gonna finish this English speaking session. Today is Saturday morning, but tomorrow. Saturday morning. So if you have a free time to join us tomorrow morning, feel free. It will be at the same time as we did it today. And it will be awesome because we have at each Sunday we have let's remember her name. We have another friend from Polonia. We have friends that can join us just at Sunday. So because they are studying, they have a lot of things to do, and they could not join us at Saturday, but they join us at Sunday morning. So I hope to see you if it's possible, of course. And before I say, let me finish this English speaking recording. So thank you so much, guys. As I just said, so without further ado, bye-bye.